Guys, I know that many of you don't really like introductions to videos, but guess what? You can't really start writing an essay from the body paragraph, right? So obviously by the title, you guys know that I'm going to talk about the update on my LASIK surgery. You guys know from my previous video that I've done it a couple of years ago, and since the last time, well, since I uploaded that last video, it's been 2 years, and of course there have been some changes. Something that's still the same is that during night, I can't really see clearly. I have a lot of glare and a lot of blur, and it's just really uncomfortable, especially during the night, to drive. And I know that I've gotten in contact with a couple of eye doctors just to be like, listen, I had my LASIK, this is what's happening, what can I do? And when I went to get my eyes checked, they actually say that the flap was a flap. The flap that was created during the surgery had actually healed really well, and only the doctors who actually do LASIK can even detect that it's there. So if there was a doctor who had their license from, I don't know, like 50 years ago, and they didn't know how to work on LASIK, when they would look into my eye or eyes, they would not be able to detect that there was LASIK done on it, okay? So one of the doctors, I can't remember how much time ago, it's now 21st April of 2020, so I can't remember how much time ago, one of the doctors said, okay, here are the glasses, take these glasses, it's minus 0.5, wear them only at night and when you need them. Don't wear them during the day, even if you can't see too well, like don't wear them too much, because then your eyes will get used to using the glasses. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. And what I tried doing was during the night when I drive, or when I used to drive, I used to keep the glasses next to me in the car, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to drive without using them, just to try to push my eyes a little bit more. And because I had already lived in the area for a couple of years, I kind of knew the streets, I knew where the turns were, I knew where the speed bumps were, I knew the speed limits and everything. Of course, the lights from the other cars were still coming in my direction. There was nothing that I could do about that, but I knew my way around. So I didn't really wear glasses for about, let's say, about a year after I uploaded that last video. And then some changes started happening, of course, and those were not really pleasant changes. Like, I noticed that my eyes were kind of getting worse, and I don't know if I mentioned this in the previous video, but when I get inside of some enclosed spaces, especially airports, like when I'm at the airport, even during the day, like obviously inside of the airport there's always those non-natural lights, so anytime I'm in the airport, it's just like, what is happening? Like, I just came from the outside, it was all nice and sunny and I could see everything, and then I come in here and it's like I feel like I can't see 50% of what I normally see. So I'm just like, what is happening? I think it's just the source of light in big spaces. I don't know, I couldn't really tell you the science behind it, because I don't know. I just know that when I walk into some of those spaces, such as airports, and this is really strange, but some supermarkets are fine, but some supermarkets, I guess, again, depends on the light that's inside, my eyes just get, oh boy, not good. So when I noticed the changes, I was like, no boy, I need to go see a doctor and things need to be checked. So about a year and a half ago now, no, yeah, about a year and a half ago now, I went to a doctor kind of in the area where I lived, and I was like, listen, I haven't done an eye check in a while, just want to get it checked. So the lady did the like full eye test on me, and she was like, yeah, your eyes are fine. I'm like, sometimes they get dry, so she prescribed me these eye drops. They're those that have the single-use ones. I'll show them to you, 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. The drops that I got prescribed are these. They're called Artelac Advanced. Okay, so these are the drops that she prescribed me, and funny enough, I still have a box and a half. That time, so that was like a year and a half ago, she prescribed me 4 of these boxes. Can't tell you how much is in each. 30 single uses are in each one of these. So, and I have a box and a half, actually 2 boxes. This box has just been opened. And so that you guys don't think I'm weird, the what's it called? The date is still there. I don't know if you can see, but they are good until February of 2021. So still keep my meds in, okay? They need to stay in the fridge. Chemistry, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so I've given one whole box to one of my friends. So I've technically used 1 box over the past year and a half, and I've kind of misplaced and lost some of them because there's 30 packets that look like this. If you want to use one, you of course have to break it like this, and then you get one single one like this. Then you just like twist this part. You must hold this bottom part here tightly, then just twist this upper part, and then just squeeze into your eye whenever necessary. So my eyes don't really get dry a lot. Like I said, I've used maybe 15 to 20 of these in the past year and a half, which is not really that bad, and my eyes don't really get too dry anymore. Okay, so that was the story with the eye drops that I still use, like I said, on occasion whenever I need. Now that was, like I said, a year and a half ago when I went to see the doctor, and this past winter, so December time, so about 4.5 months ago, I went back to the country where I'm from, and I was like, oh, it's been a while, I guess I should get new glasses. I want to feel fancy and cool. So I went into eyeglasses store, and I was like, hey, I want new glasses, what do you guys have? And then straight away my little eye caught one pair staring right back at me. It was just like, oh, it's you I have been waiting for my whole life. And then I was like, I was speaking in my language. I was like, oh, it's you. You've been waiting for me my whole life, or your whole life, or whatever. Probably your whole life because you're younger than me. Right? And the lady in there was like, okay, can I show you some other models? I'm like, I don't know. So I just had these glasses on, and actually I'm going to put them on for you. Don't get too surprised. Wait for it. What you say? I think they're so cool. I fall in love with them the moment I saw them. They're pink with black frame. Black and pink. Cute. Anyways, so I had my little eye on them, and I was like, listen, I want to get my eyes checked, and I want to get new glasses. Anyways, long story short, you guys know that I can talk for forever. The lady said, there's a doctor, she comes once a week, come on this day at this time, she's gonna get your eyes checked, and then we're gonna send for your glasses to be done. So when the lady came, I went for my check, and she started checking my eyes, and I think my previous glasses were minus 0.5 in prescription. And when she started checking my eyes, I told her, I feel that when I obviously open my eyes and when I'm looking around, I feel like my vision got worse. She's like, but what I can detect in here is that your eyes are only minus 0.25. And I'm like, well, how can it be? The glasses I was using are minus 0.5. So she was like, of course I had told her that I had LASIK and whatnot. So she was like, well, in our lifetime, our eyes change just like our weight changes. You can tell I gained weight because of this part here, but that's not important right now. Anyways, so she said, you know, our eyesight changes. So even if you had minus 0.5, it's fine. All I can see right now at this very moment for your eyes, it's minus 0.5. And I was like, okay, lady, but I just don't feel comfortable looking around. During the day, I'm fine, except those closed spaces. Night is just a misery. I can't I cannot. I know that I said before I could drive around without glasses. Now I can't. Like, unless I have my glasses on, I will not drive. If somehow this gets lost, I ain't driving at night. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's not safe. And I was like, okay, fine. So I got these glasses prescribed about 4 months ago or so. So she said the reason why you're feeling this, like I'm not comfortable seeing through my own eyes anymore and I feel like it's worse, is because of the change. I think it has something to do with the eye pressure and pressure in general. I don't really know the cause for this, but she says whenever there's some kind of change in our prescription, our brain detects that as like a really big deal. So she said because your prescription is not that bad and your eyes now don't see 100% clearly, your brain is like, oh my god, panic, this is a disaster, I can't deal. And I am kind of a little bit over dramatic. So again, I got these glasses prescribed, both eyes negative 0.25. I was like, okay, that's cool. So she said also don't wear them during the day because your eyes will get used to having prescription on them. Just wear them at night and when you drive. Like, don't wear them just when you're sitting at home and just because you want to wear them. So I was like, okay, fine. Anyways, I get back here to the country where I live now, start working, and maybe about a month ago, so I don't know the exact date, but by the end of March, I noticed my right eye is becoming a disaster. And I mean, I couldn't see anything. Like, I would be sitting on my bed, which is here, looking at the TV, which is 2.5 meters away from my bed, and I'm just like, what does it say? So there's a movie or a show or something, and they're talking. Of course, I can hear and understand English, but sometimes I like to read the closed captions, just the text. So I'm trying to read, cannot see for the love of God, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, I was just fine. Like, I could not see anything, complete blur. So I kind of thought maybe, I'm tired these days. Let's just wait a little bit. Day by day goes by. Nothing, man. The moment I turn the TV on or try to look at something that's far, I can't. Even during the day, I'm just like, what is that? So then this is the test that I do for myself. And sometimes people look at me weird. So if there's something far, like let's say some text, I would close one of my eyes and try to read it, and then close the other one and try to read it. So I would switch like this. So let's say there's text on the screen now, like on top of my phone, there is a time that goes by. I would be like, okay, it's been 2 minutes. I would just change eye to eye to try to see which one. And let me tell you, oh my God, this eye, the right eye, disaster. Like, I don't know what's my prescription, and I don't know how it could have changed so much literally overnight. So I was like, this is really strange. So when I drove one of the nights a couple of days ago, I had my glasses on and I was just like, okay, I can kind of see. And as I was driving and as I was passing by some sign, I was like, let me do the same test and just check out. Maybe my brain was playing tricks on me. I don't know. So there was a sign, and I stopped and I looked through my left eye. I could see perfectly, perfect, crystal clear, negative 0.25. It was amazing. I was like, wow, it's perfect. I try my right eye, cannot read anything, nothing. So that means that my right eye just got really messed up. I don't know why. And it's kind of annoying because when you look out through your two eyes, you kind of want to see the same. And now when I'm looking through my eyes, this side sees kind of clearly, this side is ridiculously messed up. So I mean, what is there to do? There's not much I can do right now, especially because we're in this quarantine due to okay, let me try that again. There's nothing I can do about it right now because we're in the quarantine due to coronavirus. Everything in this country is closed except supermarkets and pharmacies. Nothing's working, so I can't really get my eyes checked, and it's just kind of annoying. But it's not a necessary, it's not an urgent issue, I understand that, but it's just like, how long is this going to go for? When can I get my eyes checked? Because I need to, because just having one of the eyes just like mental out there is not cool. So as soon as this coronavirus crisis is over, I'm gonna need to go and get my eyes checked. This eye in particular, because this one I already checked with the glasses. It's fine for the prescription I have. So that's the update. Since I got LASIK, I know that when I did get LASIK some 6 years ago or so, there was one lady who was waiting to do her surgery again, and she said she had done hers, I don't know, like 8 years prior to that time. And I think even the doctor told me, you will probably see some changes in your vision. And because I cannot see far, he said, when you get older, for sure you will probably not be able to see close, but there is a chance about a 10 years mark that even your vision for far will worsen again, and you may need to fix it again. But I'm like, it has not been 10 years, it's been 6. But again, still, if I have to ask myself, am I glad that I've done the surgery? I would say yes, because during the day I don't have to wear glasses anymore. Like even when I drive now, yes, my right eye is a little bit messed up, but my left eye is really strong, so that's my dominant eye, and I can function. Like I don't need to wear glasses. But the moment there is like the sun starts setting, when the sun starts setting, that's probably even worse than night. I don't know what it is about that. I guess it's just the sun rays or something like that. It's something about that just, it's ridiculous. It's completely messy. So if I had to choose between driving in the night or when the sun is setting or when the sun is rising, night definitely. The sunset and the sunrise is the worst time for me to drive. Anyways, that's that. If anybody has any questions or comments, please do start them in the comment section below. This is what all the YouTubers do, right in the comment section below. And I'll be willing to share, and then I can update every couple of years on this issue. I just hope that I'm not gonna have to go and do the surgery again. I've heard from one of the doctors that there is a new, what do you call it, like, not way, kind of like LASIK, but it's not LASIK. It's something that they don't have to cut your eye, like they don't have to make that flap on your eye to fix it. It's some kind of extremely fast way of fixing the eyesight, but I have not researched into that enough. And anyways, they said that they don't recommend that for prescriptions less than -1.5 or something like that. I honestly don't know. I'm just saying this from my memory. Yeah, anyways, I hope everyone stays safe. Please take care of your eyes and of your health, and speak to you guys later. This is the conclusion for my video, just like there's a conclusion for an essay. Bye.